The quality of your communication is the quality of your outcomes.
He could speak in Portuguese, French, or English.
It was flawless.
Your leadership has inspired me to become a better person.
Really help people overcome objections. You understand what it is that makes people want to work with you.
Because it's going to leave your people in the right place, in the right heart.
Elder, the mentor, is your man.
With Helder.
Elder Filipe.
Elder Filipe.
Elder Filipe.
Anybody who could listen to him, work with him, learn from him, it's going to change their life.
He's not there to give you information. He's there to help you transform from information to transformation.
You have a solution.
Helder just showed me all of those things that I didn't even realize I was lacking.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Well, I don't know where you guys are watching from. Helder here, coming to you live on the YouTube. By the way, if you can hear me properly, please type 1 just to confirm that you can actually hear me and see me properly. I'm using StreamYard right now. I want to make sure it works properly. Like, even though we actually tested, it was okay. So I can see the comments here. Type 1 if you can hear me properly, and if you can actually see me properly. Here we go. Just try to fix my microphone here. Okay, I think it looks better now. Here we go. Is my sound okay now? Is it okay? Hello. Feel free to share it, because we're going to talk about very, very important and actually mission critical aspect that really holds people back. So as we wait for other people to connect right now, we want to make sure. Helder Madu, can you hear me properly? Is my sound okay? Is it okay now? Can you confirm? Before I move on, even though we test, but still, it's always possible that something might not work properly the way we wanted it to work, right? Okay, we're live today. This is a launch date, actually, of my Communicate2Monetize show. It's a very big deal because I'll go into more details actually about it, but it's a very big deal because I'll tell you a story. It's not actually a story, it's a history that just happened. So I had my PowerPoint, I had everything, even like the website, the funnel, I was working with my team. Suddenly, since last night, even today, like this morning, I was not able to load up, like to log into my system, like the website, the funnel. You know, we created actually a funnel for you. It's going to be actually an opportunity for you to, you know, for those who really want to go, you know, extra mile, they can actually join. But even the PowerPoint, I wanted to honor like my parents today, using my PowerPoint, but anything worked. Guess what? Most of the people would say, okay, since it's not working. Even my wife told me, she asked me actually, don't you think it should be better for you to like postpone this launch? I said, no. Even if I only have one person, even if I have nobody watching me live, there's going to be a recording. I'm going to do it. So that's the lesson number 1. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. You guys can see me, I cannot see you, but when you say you're gonna do something, make sure you do it, because your word is pretty much everything you have. It talks about your integrity. The way you think needs to be actually like aligned with what you do. Otherwise, I'm not gonna say that word, but this is the reality. It's still a big deal. Okay, since Xander, you can hear me properly, you can see me properly. So we are, it's 12:06. I'm gonna run a quick pre-show. Okay. It was planned. Fortunately, this one is working, but we never know. I'm not trying to be negative here. I'm a very positive person. And I'll tell you the secret why.
Elder, the mentor is your man. With Helder. Elder, the mentor is your man. With Helder.
Elder Filipe. Elder Filipe.
Anybody who can listen to him, work with him, learn from him, it's going to change their life.
Elder Filipe. Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable.
Hilder operates from the heart.
I need focus and my confidence back. Helder just showed me all of those things that I didn't even realize I was lacking.
Who else here, and how many of you think and realize that you're really good at something? Here, raise your hand. Very good. Do you consider that you have invested a significant amount of time and money to become good at what you are? I want to eliminate the frustration that you have with simple 3 steps so you can speak, impact, and monetize.
If you ever had a bad day, this is from this guy. Not only is going to lift up your spirits, but also will give you a lot of ideas. And if you don't understand one language, try another one and try that third one. So there's no way you won't be able to communicate with this guy. You speak different languages and you're able to communicate with a wider range of audience. So if you know in English, he does it in French and he does it in Portuguese. Wow. There's no way that you won't be able to understand this guy.
The way in which that he presented it was flawless. Helder. He has an awesome, wonderful program that teaches how to communicate effectively and how to monetize based on that.
And I am here at a global event here in Los Angeles. I had the opportunity to hear Helder Phillips speak. He was dynamic, he was convincing, and might I add, he could speak in Portuguese, French, or English. So it doesn't matter. Let me tell you, it was awesome.
Helder so skillfully addresses these hidden issues, helping clients understand and make conscious decisions for their growth and benefit.
The quality of your communication is the quality of your outcomes. Families struggle, people struggle in general because of lack of good mindset and communication.
He's not there to give you information. He's there to help you transform from information to transformation. If you have the opportunity to see Hilder speak, to work with Hilder as a coach, or to hire him for your company, definitely do it. Take the opportunity because he's going to lead your people in the right place, in the right heart.
Really help people overcome objections. You understand what it is that makes people want to work with you. You have a solution for whatever appears to be a problem, and you realize it's more of helping them understand it's a mental shift.
He's got steps that are very concise. He goes into mindfulness of what we're doing in our business and why. He talks to us about communication and how to use that strategically.
Your leadership has inspired me to become a better person, and seeing you travel from all the way across the country to be here shows me that not only you're inspired, but you're dedicated to success.
The qualities that he holds as somebody who really cares are just, qualities that you really need in a mentor to help guide you.
I just felt so empowered, and like he didn't make me realize how much potential I have in me, which is amazing.
Thank you all for coming in, for finding from all over the world. And I want to congratulate each and every one of you for finding. Well, you're here because we want to go from where you are, live right now, with all the skills that you have, to where you want to be, which is being empowered to shape your mindset and be able to communicate with certainty and authority your skills and still monetize it online and offline accordingly. Who wants that?
He had a strategic way of showing me how to communicate with others, how to have focus and how to have clarity. It's amazing how much I have learned already, and I thank you very much, Helder.
Thank you so much, Helder. I couldn't have done it without you.
I know that I'll be able to be effective just by the things that he's already shared with me.
Filipe, thank you so much. I don't even, it's hard for me to come up with the words to really express the gratitude that I'm feeling.
Who's excited to train with me behind these closed doors? Here we go. Hope you guys enjoy the video. By the way, can you still hear me properly? Please confirm. I can see your comments here as we keep moving forward because we got a lot of things to talk about right now. All right, very good. So you might be wondering, like, what's the topic, Helder? Where exactly are you going to talk to us? You're going to tell us about. You can see, I think you can see the banner here below. What do you tolerate or accept in your life? By the way, when you see me looking like this to the left, to the right, is because I actually have 3 screens here. No, I'm not saying that you need that. What do you tolerate or accept in your life? This is a very big deal. The video you just watched right now, it's a video that, of course, it summarizes what I've been doing, around the world as a global mentor and speaker. But it's not about me. Today is not about me. It's really about you. The decisions you haven't made, the things you tolerate, the things you do not tolerate or accept. So I want to tell you about it. And this is very important. It's actually mission critical because most people, as I explain, is like, I'm going to lay out everything here. You will realize that potentially there's like at least one of the things I'm going to mention here that has been holding you back in your life, in your career, or in your business. Because the things you should not tolerate or accept actually the things that you've been tolerating and accepting the most. And the things that you should tolerate, you should accept, you do not do that. So you get stuck and you keep wondering, like, what exactly is wrong in my life? What are the things I've been doing wrong? You never found the answer. Even if you have a mentor, it doesn't matter, like he, she, they, them, it doesn't matter. You need to think and understand who you are, what you should tolerate, what you should not tolerate, what you should accept or what you should not accept. And I'm going to lay it out because, by the way, how many of you watching right now live, even if you watch the recording, you're going to be able to make a comment here. How many of you has ever been called arrogant, maybe too much confident? He's too confident. She's too confident. She thinks she's the best. He thinks he's the best. I don't know. How many of you, like, just type one, okay, in the chat. We only live on the YouTube today, okay? So if you ever been called someone very confident, very bad, maybe that's because you decided not to tolerate pretty much everything. Have you ever thought about it? What do you mean, Helder? I'm going to tell you exactly. Don't worry about it. We still have time. The thing is that when you have a very good skill, let's just say you're very good at something, HR, I don't know, like, what's your profession? Let's just say you as a person is a professional, but remember, before you become the professional, you are a person, a human being. So if you forget who you are, what you thought like 20 years ago, 10 years ago about you, what your dreams were at the time, in like 10 years, 5 years ago, 15 years ago, it doesn't matter depending on your age. If you forget that, you just tolerate everything that happens to you in your present. Remember, everything we have is actually the present. This is everything we have. We don't have the past. We can consult the past. We can visit the past just like we visit the emotions. What do you mean, Helder? My mom, well, she's not here with us right now. And the reason why I'm launching this show today is because of my mom. I'm honoring my mom and my dad. Why? Remember, maybe, well, by the way, I do not speak a perfect English. I do not speak a perfect French. I do not speak a perfect Portuguese. I am fluent, which means it's like about HF. Well, because you know me, you might be saying, okay, HF, that's you, Helder. It's Helder Filipe. No, it's about being high functioning. I am high functioning. So, which means I'm not looking for perfection. So, when you tolerate too many things, I mean, when you accept pretty much everything, maybe you're looking for perfection. Maybe you're looking forward to become perfect. You will never be perfect. You're not perfect. You were not born perfect. You have to think differently so you can live differently and better. Does it make sense? Let's interact. Type 2 in the chat. So the thing is, you only have the present. That's not a nil. That's not something new. Like you've heard that before. You have the present. The past is gone, right? What about the future? There's a good revelation right now. Today, this present, where we are right now, is the tomorrow that yesterday you dreamed about. You were so curious, anxious. You could not wait, to become to get to the like to the day, or let's just say to October 13th. I am here talking to you, coming with open heart and open mind from my heart, just to empower you to really unlock your mindset, because this is key. Because if you don't have the right mindset, forget about your technique. Because mindset represents 80% of your success, and the technique, it's only 20%. Does it mean it's less important? Well, I would not put words that way, but definitely if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't think the right way, the way you should think, if you don't know what you're worth, you don't know your value, you don't understand why you should be confident, even though like a lot of people will call you out, you think you're too confident, you think you're actually better than other people. Think about it. It's normal that people tell you that. Do you guys think I should be here if I did not think positive? And it's not only about thinking positive because someone told you, okay, just think positive. No. If I did not have enough clarity, because clarity is power. Clarity is power. Ask yourself right now, do you have power? Do you have clarity? Are you actually clear on your mission in this world? Are you actually clear about your value, your true value? I mean, not the value that other people actually just impose on you. Are you really clear about it? I remember October 13th. I want you all to write it down, this date. October 13th, 2020. This was the last day I was with my mom alive. So what happens on this day? Something she told me, and I'm taking for life. We prayed. Well, I'm not here to discuss about religion, nor politics. I don't do that. We prayed, and she's told me, Well, she used to call me Obama. My parents call me Obama, right? She said, Obama. Well, she said in Portuguese, right? I'm just translating to English. My son, never give up. You will get it. I told her she was at the clinic, sick at the time. It's not about me. I'm just telling something, and you will understand why I'm telling you this. Oh, mom, everything's good. Don't worry, you'll be fine. You will recover. Like very soon you're gonna be, living here, this hospital, this clinic. She said, well, I'm in God's hand. God is with me. And I told her, things are actually working. Like everything's gonna be all right. Things are actually happening right now. Great things are actually happening. She said, well, never give up, Obama, my son. She said in Portuguese. You will get there. So my question to you now is, what's your dream? I don't understand, Helder. It's all related. When you forget where you came from, the past, you don't have to live in the past, but you need to check the past. If you go back in time, like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, it doesn't matter. What was your biggest dream? What was your ideal vision? How did you see yourself living? Did you believe you could get there? And right now, you pretty much tolerate in the present, you accept pretty much everything. Why is that? Because potentially and most likely, you just forgot about the past. Some people tell you, well, don't think about the past, forget about the past. Really? So, what do you come from? You come from the past. So if you forget about the past, everything about the past, you don't have to live or remember everything. But if you just forget about the most important things, your dreams, because this is the reason why I'm here. This is the reason why I do what I do. I had a dream when I was 9 years old. 9 years old. And guess what? The same mother who told me, I mean, don't give up, my son, keep going. My mom, and my dad, it was first that my mom, right? Because everybody knows, like when you manage to convince your mom, it's like a step closer to convince your father, right? So that's actually the strategy I had to use back in the days. I was 9 years old, and I told my parents, I told my family, you know what? I need to learn this language, English, because I'll be speaking to millions. I'll travel the world and everything. So everybody looked at me because I was actually a troublemaker. They were like, okay, I think this kid is crazy. Like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Would you trust a kid? I'm just a grown kid. When you gave up on your dreams, what do you mean, how do I gave up? You did. Because just think about what you're doing right now with your life. You may be stuck in a job where you're not happy. You don't feel like you really deserve to be in that job, that company or wherever. But you're just tolerating, you're just accepting. So how do you mean like we should just all quit our jobs? No. It really depends on what you really want. The thing is that you try to envision a future, a better future, but you run away from your past. You're scared to admit and to live today, because you have to live today. You don't have to wait to leave one day. So since I was 9 years old, I was living one step at a time. But I did not give up about my dreams. No, I did not. So why are you giving up about your dreams? Because of someone's opinion? because someone told you, you're not good enough. Good. So keep doing what you're doing until you get better. You're not good at this. If you really love that thing, keep doing it. We tend to believe more on other people than in ourselves. We don't trust ourselves. But then we say, you know what? I actually love myself. I love myself so much. I'll do anything in my power to protect myself. Are you really protecting yourself? Why do you talk about it, Helder? Because without the right mindset, your technique is worthless. There's nothing to hold. Your mindset is the platform. And I'll explain why you should not worry about when people judge you. Have you ever been judged? Think about it. People judge me. People think I'm not good enough. Excuse me. I don't think I'm good enough. People will always judge you. Like right now, I'm talking to you. Like people will be judging me all the time. Potentially, I don't know. Am I worried about it? No, I'm not. Because I am imperfect. So it's okay not to be perfect. It's okay not to look that good. It's not about it. It's okay not to speak the perfect English, the perfect French, the perfect Portuguese. But how many people can I reach speaking the 3 languages? Be careful with what you tolerate or you accept. It defines your life because that's how you think. That's how you see yourself. Do you even know your true value? What do people who loves you, people who really loves you, think about you? What do they think about you? I don't know, Helder. Yes, you don't know because you never asked. If you ever ask yourself, what exactly do you think about yourself? How do you see yourself? Why do you keep accepting and tolerating everything you've been tolerating? Oh, but Helder, you know what? In life, we have to be patient. Sometimes, okay, if it's temporary, okay, good. But temporary until when? Helder, I don't understand. Like, I don't speak English. Why do you don't speak English? Because you don't want it, right? You chose not to learn. I've learned how to speak English in Angola, where I was born, and I'm probably Angolan too. I was 9 years old, and I decided everybody called me like he's crazy, even though I was a troublemaker, and I have to admit that. I said no. I have to keep moving forward. I did not understand about everything, so you're not gonna get like 100% clear all the time, every time you think about it. But do you give up or you keep doing it? You keep searching, trying to find solution to all the right tools to get you moving forward. Move on. You have to move on. For example, right now, I had prepared a PowerPoint. I had a PowerPoint presentation for you. The website, everything. What am I going to do? Blame my team? No, I don't have to. Why should I blame my team? Leaders, love your team. Love what you're doing and love your team. Leaders, I'm talking to the leaders. If you watch it like the recording or whatever, if you're watching live, think about it. Love your team. Love yourself, of course, but love your team. So you can actually and truly come from the heart. So you can understand your team. Become a leader and a mentor to your team. So, but before you become the leader and the mentor to your team, you got to make sure you become the leader and the mentor to yourself. Yeah. Because most people choose to be their worst enemy instead of being their best friend. How many of you agree? I know, well, I cannot see you right now, but you can see me, you can hear me. Type number 2. No, number 3, actually. Number 3 in the chat. How many of you agree that most people really choose to be their worst enemy instead of being the biggest and best friend? You know what you have to do, you know what you're supposed to do, but you just don't do it. You just don't take any action. But then you still believe and you still talk about things happening in your life, having a better job, a better like business. It happens with the clients. If you're an entrepreneur just like me, if you like in the corporate world, I've been there, done that. Be careful with what you tolerate. What exactly do you tolerate? Do you accept? 5 years ago, you maybe, you told yourself, hey, you know what? I wish I could speak to the public, to a large audience. I wish I could interact, communicate better. I wish I could learn how to speak English, how to speak French, how to speak, how to speak Portuguese. It doesn't matter. I wish I was good at finance, and I was good at something. You thought about it 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago. It doesn't matter. The thing is, what did you do to become that person? Because it might not be near to you. People worry too much. They worry too much about having something. Why you worried about having if you are not the person who can actually manifest that result? You should be worried about be, then do, and then have. This is number 1. This is number 2, and this is number 3. Is it related, Helder? Yes, it is. Because here is really where everything happens. The B. Who are you? How do you think? How do you see yourself? So, Helder, you trying to motivate us? No, I'm not trying to motivate. I'm trying to get you clear. Because without clarity, there's no power. There is no power without clarity. If you're not clear on your mission, your purpose in life, your true value, you just don't know. A confused mind, you heard me say that before. A confused mind can never buy nor sell. And if you don't know, you don't just buy like products or services. We buy and sell ideas, opinions, thoughts. So how do you communicate with yourself? What are you waiting for? 100 years from now, no one will potentially, nobody will remember you. I'll say that again. 100 years from now, 150 years from now, no one will remember you. So what are you waiting for? People in the chat, what are you waiting for? You're waiting for miracles? There's a law. Plant a seed and get the results. So you don't do anything about you. You don't do anything to get better, to do something better. You don't want to know better and you want to do better. That's insane. I'm sorry. I'm not here to please anyone. I'm here to help people. If that sounds like a tough love, just take it. Deal with it. Maybe this is going to change. This is actually what you've been waiting for in order to really step up and do things. Think different. Empower yourself, your mindset. Because before other people know about your plans, your ambitions, your dreams, about how you feel, about your life, your career, your business, you gotta be the one. You gotta be the one who knows that better. And if you're the one who knows that better, guess what? You gotta take the action. Action. How many times are you gonna watch this video? I don't know. It's gonna be like on my YouTube channel. By the way, that's it has to be where you're watching me from. When we watch one thing, something, only once. By the way, let me change a little bit here. I want to change something here. Good. So when you listen to something once, you get like 80%, 5 to 10%, 3 to 10%. First time, you get like 3 to 10%. When you hear the same thing the second time or twice, I would say you get potentially 30%. Then the third time, you may potentially get up to 80%. Does it make sense? Is it clear? I want to see the comments. Is it clear? Just type 3 if it makes sense to you. I want to interact with you. Even though I might be seen as the voice of wisdom here, but you know, when I teach, I learn twice or maybe 3 times more. I'm not here just to drop information. I'm here to interact and make sure you understand what I'm talking about. And because if it gets clear in your mind, you will most likely take the action and implement. I keep saying it's really about LIG. Learn, implement. What's the G? Grow. So if you listen all the time about pretty much everyone, good. But you don't implement, you're not going to grow. Definitely not going to grow. Because the growth is equal the experience. You have to experience it. Just do it. Implement. Where am I going to implement? Watch it at least 3 times. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want it, if you find any value. If you don't feel like, just don't do it. It's okay. It's just a matter of choice. It's a matter of decision, just like, every morning you decide to wake up. Is it mandatory? No, it's not. Some people do not want to wake up. They just give up on their lives. It's okay. It's sad, but it's okay. It's their decision. It's on them, right? But what if you really want to live a better life? People called me, and I'm not the only one. I understand that. I believe that. Drink water. People called me. You're too confident. Arrogant, maybe. I don't know. So people will call you different names based on how they think, how they feel, how they perceive you, right? Some other people call me, oh my God, you're amazing. You're so good. You're always there to help people. What's my point? Judgment? You'll always be judged. Always. I mentioned that earlier. But guess what? The judgment represents only 3%. Should we here, Helder, should be like be humble, and really listen to people when they say they don't like something about us or whatever. Well, it's up to you, depending like on who we're talking about. It's not everyone. I'm not gonna listen to everyone, anyone. No, it's not. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It really depends, like who is talking to you. Who do you listen to? The judgment from other people represents 3%. But guess what? That's the great news I have for you. One of them, actually. Your reaction. Your reaction, or the way you react, represents 97%. 97% is how you react to that judgment. Because let's face it, a lot of people in this world are just here to put everybody down. And one of the main reasons is actually because they don't believe they can do it. They don't believe they're good enough to do what they see, and they realize you can do it. They don't believe in themselves, and they want you to believe that you are not good enough. You will never get there. Dreams come true if you have one. I learned that from a mentor. Dreams come true if you have one. Do you have a dream? That's my question. Do you have a dream? What's your dream? Ask yourself and, give this answer to yourself. Do you have a dream? What's your dream? Who do you live for? Why are you still alive? Why? Why are you still alive? Why? I just want to know why. Why? We've lost so many people, loved ones, friends, like people we met in our life. We don't have 100 years. We don't have another like 200 years. So why are you still waiting to make the decision, like, and move forward with your life? Get a better job. Oh no, but this company, it's not about this company. Have you ever thought that if you still have a job, if you're still employed, you haven't been laid off, like nobody fired you? If you consider that company, I'm not gonna mention names here because I don't know which company you work for, but that company, you think that, okay, this is my sky, my everything. That company that you feel like it's a very big company, it might be a big company. It might be an amazing company. You might have an amazing job. But when you're in doubt, we're not sure if you have any value. So why someone or a company which is so big hires someone so small who does not add any value? Ask yourself, if you don't have any value, if you don't really believe in your potential, why haven't you been fired so far? That's because you add value. You add potentially significant value. But the thing is, do you know which value you add in people's lives, in the marketplace? Do you know your true value? Maybe not, maybe yes. You tell me. Well, if you know, just comment here. There's no shame. Nobody's here to judge you. And if they want to judge you, remember, it's 3%. And the 97%, it's how you react. If you take it to the heart, oh my God, they said I'm not good. I'm not worth wherever you want to, people tell you, drop it. Be real. Come from the heart all the time. Be good to yourself and be good to other people. How many of you would agree? If we cannot take care of ourselves, sometimes we kind of struggle so like big time to really take good care of someone else. You don't love yourself, you want to love other people. Love yourself, Love other people the way you love yourself. Do to other people, treat other people so good, just like you'd love to be treated, to be taken care of. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. But because most people think that, okay, I should not, because they're gonna talk about ego. Ego is not your ego, and I'm not here with ego. I'm coming from the heart. It's not only about my mindset, it's my heart set. I'm giving away my time here, like almost an hour with you here, gifting you my life's work. People invest money and time to have a private consultation with me, to train with me, and I'm here. So you think, if you keep thinking that you're not ready, you'll never be ready. It's okay to be a student. I am a student. I keep learning. I'm a mentor, and I have a mentor. But if you only think that, if you only see yourself as a student, as someone who's not ready, you'll never be ready, because you're scared to be judged. You're scared to not be perfect. You're scared because you think, oh my God, what are these people going to think about me? It's not about ego, it's about confidence. And I'm going to tell you where the confidence comes from. So it gets so clear in your mind. You never, ever allow anyone else to put you down just like that. You don't have to fight to other people. But maybe you've been fighting with yourself. You've been fighting in your head, in your mind. Should I do this? Oh my God. Any news, bad news, or something that does not actually happen according to what you want, you just drop. You just, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's next? Why are you worried about the future if you're not living the present the way you're supposed to live? Why you keep postponing? Because most people say, you know what, Helder, that's a good point, but I'm actually going to do it later. Let me tell you, later becomes never. You never get it done because you keep postponing. I should be the one postponing today. I don't have my PowerPoint here. I don't have the website, the funnel. I said no. Some things are not negotiable. You commit. When you say you're going to do something, you do something. So confidence, where does the confidence comes from? By the way, guys, can you read what I'm writing here? I don't have the the best one, but just make sure you understand. I want it to be very clear to everyone watching this. So the confidence, lack of confidence, why people don't feel like they can do something? Why do you guys think? By the way, I'm gonna read your comments here. Why do you think people don't don't think they can actually do something? Why is that? I want you to comment here. Why? The lack of confidence, right? I'm gonna challenge like everyone watching right now, even the ones who are gonna watch the recording. Can you tell someone your first and last name in less than 5 seconds? For example, can you do that? Type yes if you can do it. Type yes. It's my wife supporting me as usual. Thank you all. Susanna. Yeah. Can you tell your first and last name to anyone, to someone, like in 5 seconds or less? Yes, you can. Do you shake? Do you feel scared to tell your name? I don't think you do. I'm telling you, like, people struggle to do public speaking, to speak to an audience, to connect, to communicate effectively. Communicate to monetize. This is what it is about. People need to learn how to communicate effectively, strategically, and monetize. So if you can say your name, that means you are confident, right? Do you agree? Oh, I have a yes. Xander says yes. That's my sister-in-law. Love you, Xander. So if you say yes, confidence, where does it come from? Because you feel confident. You didn't shake. You were not scared about it. Okay, good. So confidence comes from competence. Confidence comes from competence. Because you've been saying your name all this time. Hey, Diva, how you doing? You've been saying your name all your life. You said your name. My name is Helder Filipe. My name is, John. My name is Mike. Doesn't matter. So you feel confidence because you have developed that competence. They just call skill, the ability. Doesn't matter. At least it's not about something you know, but it's really about something you can do. You really can do. You actually can do it. You're not trying to guess. You know your name. You know your first name, your last name. So you can tell. You can say that. So the competence. But the thing is, Helder. So where does the competence come from? Competence comes from commitment. Or focus. What's your focus? What's your commitment? What's that? If you commit yourself, by the way, I'm going to be going through each one of them, okay? We don't have much time, but I'll make sure it gets clear for everyone. So your confidence, when you feel confident, when you have the competence. So when you have the competence, usually means, based on my experience, not only professional of over 18 years internationally, but no, this is my life's work. So when you commit yourself, when you focus on one thing, I want to do this, you do it as many times as you have to until you get to the quality you deserve, you desire, you wish, you want, you're looking for. If you don't commit yourself to one thing, to something, oh hell, so how many things should I commit myself to? I don't know, depends on what you want, but I'll definitely recommend, try to commit yourself to two things, not more, and preferably two things that really relate with each other. Why is that? Because the purpose of learning is mastering. If you want to master something, focus on that. So when you commit yourself, when you focus on one thing, guess what? It's the quantity that will lead you to the quality. Because you do as many times as you have to, with the right guidance, of course, the right mentor, coach, wherever you want to have in your life, to make sure someone can actually make an evaluation on what you're doing and how you're doing that. Because doing is great, but doing it right, properly, is even better, right? So commitment and focus comes from where? You commit yourself when you're clear. It comes from the clarity. Clarity. You have to be clear on your purpose. You have to be clear on your goals, your objectives. What do you want? Okay, I want to buy a car. Which car? Be specific. The more specific, the clearer you are in your goals, in your objectives, or about who you are, like what you're worth, the easy it gets for you to get to obtain, to achieve your goal. If someone comes to me and, Helder, so who are you? What can you help me with? Well, I can summarize in two categories. Well, if you want to think different to live better, that's your mindset, you come to me. If you want to know how to communicate strategically and monetize, it doesn't matter if it's going to be one-to-one or one-to-many, you come to me. This is what I do. So what if I need to build a house? No, don't come to me. If you're lacking confidence, if you're so confused in your life, you don't know what to do, which way to go, what tools you might need to get to achieve your goals, business or career. You don't know like what you're worth in your life. You don't know how to win, guaranteed, in a job interview, in a conversation, in the communication, to really engage people so it makes sense. And people say yes instead of no. You come to me if you want that. If you don't want that, don't come to me. So I'm clear on my message to market. I'm clear on my true value. So this clarity made me commit and invest my life to become good. So when I become good, I don't want to think about it this way because I want to keep learning. If I feel like, okay, I'm too good at something, even though people say, I don't, no disrespect, but I really prefer to think, okay, I'm good at that, but I can still make it better. I'm alive. Time goes by. And I want to keep following the time, living the life, getting better. So the clarity, so where does the clarity come from? The clarity comes from action. You got to take action. I want to give you an example of taking action. If you're here watching right now, type 1. And if you're watching right now, you're already taking action. This is a very big deal. This is something that people invest to have private consultation with me or to be mentored, to be accepted. They apply to be accepted into my program. But the thing, it's not about me. It's not about the program. It's actually about me here coming from the heart to gift you. Confidence comes from competence, and competence comes from commitment or focus. So what's your commitment? Some people do not commit to anything. Anything. And I wonder why. This is one of the reasons why I don't really listen to what people tell me. Mainly my students, my mentees, my clients. I watch what they do. Because what you do is directly connected with the way you think and your goals, the goals you're trying to achieve. I'm going to say it again. What you do is directly connected to the way you think. Is that true, Helder? Let's find out. I told you about be, do, and have. So this is first, this is second, this is third. So if you don't think, which represents also who you are, this be, you're not going to do so different than the way you think. So if you really think that you want something special, you want to do something amazing, grateful, I would not be here. Remember, I was 9 years old when I had a dream of flying the world, traveling the world, speaking to millions, learning English. My family called me crazy, even though I was a troublemaker. I realized that. I never gave up. My mom told me on October 13th, 2020, Obama, my son, even though she told me in Portuguese, right? Never give up. I was challenged. And I'll give you as a bonus. If you're still not sure, can you do it? Yes, you can. If I can do it, you can do it. You need to get clear on your mindset. I was 9 years old when I first said, I want to learn this language. I want to be able to speak English because, I told my family, you don't get it. I'll travel the world. I'll speak to millions. Up to these days, I'm speaking to millions. I travel the world. I was challenged to learn French. I did not know anything about French. Helder, is this about you? No, it's not about me. This is me telling you not a story, but my history. I learned French in 5 weeks. Do you think I'm smarter than you? I'm not. I did what you did not do. I was taking action. I was clear what my goal, my objective, my challenge. I was challenged and I love to be challenged. I was clear. I committed myself. I maintained my focus. And then I learned French. Mais aujourd'hui, on va pas parler français. On va pas parler en français aujourd'hui. By the way, some people will say this is a show off. Remember about the judgment? The judgment is 3%. The way you react, it's 97%. People have to choose. If they want to hate, they're going to hate. Of course. That's not your problem. But what if you can inspire people who have been struggling to learn something, to do something for years? You show them you did it. I'm so grateful for my parents, my family, all support. Everything they did for me, everything I accomplished today. What am I doing here? This is called attitude of gratitude. If you're not grateful for what you already have today, do you think you're going to get something else? I don't think so. The universe is going to work, it's going to help you get more because you're more grateful. Be grateful for who you are already. Your heart is good enough, your mind is good enough, but you can do better. You can do better. When I say love yourself, it's not about ego, it's about being an example. How do you love someone so much, but you barely can love yourself? You cannot love yourself, but you say, well, I love you. Or if you told yourself, I love myself. It's not about ego. Because I love myself, just like now, I'm a mentor. And you hear these people, the testimonials, they're all real people, real results, real transformation. Before I managed to help these people, I had to learn to help myself. If I did not help myself, I could never help these people. Never.
Helder, the mentor is your man. With Helder. Helder,
Filipe.
Anybody who can listen to him, work with him, learn from him, it's going to change their life.
Helder, Filipe. Remarkable. Absolutely.
Anyone seeing value in what I'm sharing right now so far? Type the number 13 in the chat because today is October 13th and I'm live. I'm proud of you. You've been here all this time watching, even though you will always be able to watch the recording, right? But believe in yourself, trust God, and take action so you can go from 0 to hero. That path, the process you've been running away, you cannot do better if you do not know better. It's not about watching this is not about just another YouTube video. This is about your life. If you cannot commit to your life, you just tolerate everything, you accept everything, pretty much anything. Come on. Diva. Come on, Gildo. By the way, this is my best friend. Yeah. You cannot do better You never believed yourself. You just try to pretend. You try to be someone else, someone who you're not for real. Be good to yourself. We don't have 150 years. We don't have 200 years. If everything I've shared made all the sense to you, you're free to share this video. It's gonna stay here. My YouTube channel, Helder the Mentor. I don't call myself Helder the Mentor. I just agreed with what people called me. So the Communicate2Monetize show is officially launched today. And I want to make sure we can help as many people as we can. But there's a distinction here. I don't help people who do not want to help themselves. Oh, Helder, come on. Yes, that's the reality. This is what we call tough love. Don't make things too easy to other people so they don't have to take any action. Make things easy enough for them to be motivated about taking action so they can experience for themselves. They can build the history, impact the world, travel the world if they want to, but it's really about valuing yourself. Don't tolerate or accept anything, everything in this life just because you want to accept, you want to tolerate. I'm not saying don't be patient. Be patient, but know your worth. Nobody will tell you your worth unless you really realize in your mind by yourself your worth. It was a pleasure, Helder here. No, I'm not leaving you. We still have a few minutes. By the way, if you have questions, just type in the chat. I'll try to use the few minutes that we have so I can actually answer your questions. By the way, and I have to mention that I'll be coming live on a weekly basis, okay? Every Wednesday, okay? Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern time, like Toronto, Canada, where I'm based now. So you can figure out like the time zone. This is like Eastern time zone. So 1 o'clock p.m. every Wednesday, I'll be here, which means that next Wednesday, I'll be here with you. Hopefully, my team will get my website and funnel fixed. I'll be announcing very great bonus, like great things for you, because I'm here with open heart and open mind to really, really empower you. Yeah, this is me coming from the heart. Questions?
Helder, the mentor is your man. With Helder.
Helder Filipe. Helder Filipe.
Anybody who can listen to him, work with him, learn from him, it's going to change their life.
Helder, Felipe. Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Hilder operates from the heart.
I need focus and my confidence back. Helder just showed me all of those things that I didn't even realize I was lacking.
Who else here, and how many of you think and realize that you're really good at something? Here, raise your hand. Very good. Do you consider that you have invested a significant amount of time and money to become good at what you are? I want to eliminate the frustration that you have with simple 3 steps so you can speak, impact, and monetize.
If you ever had a bad day, this is this guy. Not only is it going to lift up your spirits, but also give you a lot of ideas. And if you don't understand one language, try another one and try the third one. So there's no way you won't be able to communicate with this guy. You speak different languages and you're able to communicate with a wider range of audience. So if you can do it in English, he does it in French and he does it in Portuguese. Wow. There's no way that you won't be able to understand this guy.
The way in which that he presented it was flawless. Helder. He has an awesome, wonderful program that teaches how to communicate.
Type of questions if you have questions here.
Global event here in Los Angeles, I had the opportunity
Here, Helder Phillips speak. He was dynamic. He was convincing, and might I add, he could speak in Portuguese, French, or English. So it doesn't matter. Let me tell you, it was awesome.
Helder so skillfully addresses these hidden issues, helping clients understand and make conscious decisions for their growth and benefit.
The quality of your communication is the quality of your outcomes. Families struggle, people struggle in general because of lack of a good mindset and communication.
He's not there to give you information. He's there to help you transform from information to transformation. If you have the opportunity to see Hilder.
Do you feel that's true? Like, I'm here not to give you information, but to help you go from information to transformation. Does it make sense to you? Type the number 9. That's actually the number I used to of the T-shirt, of the shirt, the jersey I used to wear when I play basketball. So we're about to end our session here. It was a pleasure. I loved it. And oh, I have Diva here commenting. Thank you, Diva. This is the reason why people really get stuck. They're just holding back. They accept. They have all the tools. They have everything, all the techniques, all the strategies. But they usually lack the most important thing, the mindset and the communication. Because this communication I'm talking about, it's not only about other people, like the way you talk to other people. This is actually the way you talk to yourself, the way you communicate with yourself. I want to be respectful with my time here. It's Thanksgiving, and I want to wish everybody here a happy Thanksgiving. It's a very special session. We're gonna celebrate be with your family. Love yourself, love other people. Believe in your dreams. Dreams come true if you have one. I learned that from my mentor. Believe, but it's not only about belief. Take action. If you don't take action, nothing is going to happen. Take action. Commit yourself. Get clarity. If you don't get clarity, if you're not clear, by the way, we don't know so much that we cannot learn anything else. It doesn't matter your situation, your current situation, the state of your business, your career. If you need help, reach out to that person you trust to be your mentor, to be a consultant. I don't know. You choose. Don't get stuck. And the one last thing I'm going to tell you is that not knowing better, not knowing how to do something is not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is actually when you don't look forward, when you don't do anything to know better. We were born, I don't know everything. I'm actually not good at in many things. But those things that people think and they said I'm good at is because I did not hold back. I said, well, I'm not good at it, but I'm going to do something. I'm going to work towards becoming good at something. Kisses. God bless you. Stay safe and take care of your dreams. Be careful, mindful with what you tolerate and what you accept. Bye for now.